Super Boost did not hit yet again.
Of course not.
Something's wrong.
Now, I will let everybody know that immediately upon entering this Sunday today, Sage.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did.
Had to.
Watch
change
our
it up.
whole office over there. Did a little lap. Put a little sage in here. We need a little positive vibes. Now, it is a church,
Right.
formally.
That might
could
be
the issue.
What?
Yeah.
formally.
Jesus
might
doesn't
be the
like being
problem.
kicked out of places.
No.
He wasn't kicked out. His people stopped showing up and paying. What do you want me to do?
Which, I mean, we might just be the ones that are picking up that gripe.
But he
not that
normally
he's
leaves
aiming
the
it
Holy
at us.
Ghost behind, right?
Well, the Holy Ghost, we saved this is your former house. We're taking care of it. This place was rotten. What do you think this? There's nobody in this place for months and months and months and months. Oh, years.
Yeah.
There's nobody in this. We wanted to fix your house up. Is this really what you think?
Sometimes.
I think-
Toxic table at Boston Carter at Ty Schmidt. You went to a Catholic school, Ty.
Yep.
You went to a private school. Is that something like I feel like we, one of his childhood homes. We fucking came in and built it back up because he used to live here. Moved out. Place was for sale. Affordable somehow. Did not know that.
Right.
Sure.
That could become is that going to become zoning meeting? Have to change it from not being a church anymore to being this? But it was sitting still years and years. You think Jesus is mad at us? Is that why our Super Boost isn't hit? Because we moved into Thorndale?
I don't buy that. Had we bulldozed this place and erected, something on top
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Now, granted, we did have to take the cross off the top because we wanted people to know, like, hey, this is no longer a church because they did move out. They weren't paying. So maybe that could be, something that's kind of messing with the juju. But we, like I said, we
cut the
didn't knock
fucking
this
cross.
place down.
We should have just put like a fucking coat over it. We should have just done something with the cross. We should have
Yeah.
built
Hung like a canopy over
Put
it
a
or
pyramid
something.
No,
over
we
top.
should have
Weather
like,
vane?
maybe
An Illuminati
There is
pyramid.
another one, too, out front. I mean, if
Well,
you
we can't
remember.
do that. Can't put an Illuminati thing over top of it because then we would have been cursed even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just like
How did you get it down? 'Cause
I didn't. I said I'm not being.
I had heard that Billy Tubes went up there and chewed it off with his teeth.
I do believe Billy Tubes is a man of the cloth, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. He did gnaw through that.
Fed him for 2 weeks.
We had to take it off. I would like to let Jesus know. Jesus, you have to know this. We literally had to take that
Had
off.
to. Didn't have a
Zoning
choice.
issue.
Like not zoning it, like had to take it off because I guess there's something or it said like being a church is normally like a safe space for people to come.
Yeah.
And it was like they didn't. Although this place was not a thriving church, I believe at the end. That's why they. Or maybe they went
Probably
to
'cause
another.
there's 6
I think they
churches.
might have got maybe it was doing so well they upgraded to a different church.
Sure.
Nonetheless, it was sitting here for a while, Drive by a long time because I live in the area, and I'm like, is that place actually for sale? Like, who would go about buying it? Because we got acreage here and everything like that. What are we supposed to do?
Didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
That's
no
certainly
choice.
why the Super Boost. At Tone Diggs, you're here. Obviously, you're. Hey, congrats! You got the Super Boost this weekend.
Hey, here we
Good
go,
luck, Tony.
Tony, go ahead and take the earphones out
Yep.
wherever you need to do.
Uh-oh.
You got the Super Boost this weekend, and let's hope that we had to do it. It was literally the rules. We did everything we did. We had to do.
Where did it go is my question. Taking it down is one thing. Where did it end
Pretty
up?
easy boost this week.
It went to a different church, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Was the
Yeah, it was
boost
donated.
cursed before we moved in here?
No, it
potentially.
won some.
No, it won. Remember, we did have celebrations. And as soon as we move into this place, and
Yeah.
I put the sage. Listen, I don't know how sage is with the religious stuff. I don't know if that's one and the same or completely against each other.
Jesus
Honestly,
loves sage.
did he?
Oh, yeah, carpenter, long hair.
Smokes a lot of sage, you're saying?
sage.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of a hippie feel you're getting from
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah.
I don't know if he is or isn't against sage or not, but I did the sage this morning. I think Super Boost is uncursed, and Tone Diggs can't wait for you to get the Super Boost this weekend. Last night, for some reason, I just stayed up, mostly because I thought, Hawks time was going to come. I thought you were going to hit. First drive down the field, Josh Jacobs gets a touchdown. Okay, now all we need is Devontae to score. Oh, don't worry about it. Already seen him catch a ball with one hand with no fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, he's hot tonight. He's going to score. This Rams team hasn't been fantastic. Whenever this ball was caught and Josh Jacobs scores, I think we are going to win Super Boost.
Easy.
AJ, what happened last night?
I mean, I don't know what the curse is, what we have done.
I smoked
to,
sage. Sage. I did sage.
All right, good. Maybe doesn't Kyrie? He's big into that, right? Maybe get some of the sage that he's been using. That might help.
You think he's got?
We gotta do
I need that
something,
Kyrie.
Yeah, I think his sage hasn't been working for him.
No, it hasn't.
So you're saying we got mid sage? We need to get that.
Yeah.
We need to get that Kyrie sage.
We need something, man. Well, this is truly just it's a tragedy. Like what's going on with the Super Boost right now.
So up in Detroit, you know, the Lions have been cursed, obviously, for a long time. And Manning on Peyton's Places did an entire, ritual to rid off curses and everything. And the Lions have been good ever since.
That's right.
It's wild.
It was since it aired. Now, I don't know when it actually happened. If in the middle of the season they were putting a bathtub full of piss or vinegar or whatever it was, if they were just doing that in the middle
Just
of the
all
season.
pee.
Whiskey.
All pee.
Is it whiskey?
Wide.
It was whiskey.
Wide.
Okay, so, boys,
Wait,
easy.
human,
got that.
was that, so you need to invite human carbon monoxide over here?
No, we got to get
do
blacked
this
out
again
in the
for the
Thunderdome
Thunderdome?
tonight, is what I heard.
We need a bathtub of whiskey.
Wide.
Right there. Lights need to be low.
Yep.
Get some of that sage that I had. This is what Peyton did on Peyton's Places when he was at the Detroit Ford Field.
Ford
or whatever.
Field, yep.
Oh, I thought Eli.
No, Peyton. So, we need to do that because I think it's potentially us. It's not your fault. We talked about it earlier. Now, this building was sitting vacant for a long time.
Yeah.
And we purchased it and, had to do a city council meeting and plead my case, and not everybody was happy that we were coming in here and everything.
Smothers.
Like that. Yeah, there's a guy named Mike Smothers who lives in the area. I think it's that house. Seems like that's the house, too, that if needed could put a, out one of the windows. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like if you
Crow's
really
nest?
wanted to kill us. Guy is a veteran.
Sniper rifle.
Yeah, sniper rifle. Yes, exactly. Has a veteran hat on at the city council whenever he's talking about how pissed he is that we're coming into this building, okay? So I almost thanked him for his service before he even started speaking, just to show a little appreciation for what he's done. Then he cut a promo against me and our business and everything. Pretty awesome.
Walked off.
Walks away from the microphone. This is Zoom time. Walks away from the microphone. I have to cover my laugh because on a Zoom call, if you make noise, you become the front of the page or whatever. So I'm laughing because this is an awesome promo. And I understand that this particular old white was going to hate everything that I was about and everything that we were about, even though we're just trying to talk some sports and do our thing. He walks all the way out. Somebody else is speaking. We're moving on to the next neighbor who is either for us coming to the town or against us moving in here. And the sound gets picked up. This lady's talking. The sound gets picked up from Smothers' feet coming back to the microphone. This guy left the room. We're talking actually 20 yards out. Yeah, there he is. He's up there. Leaves the room. Leaves the fucking room. Top left corner, L2 up there. Leaves the room. And then he comes all the fucking way back. This is after, I think. He says, I object, by the way. And then fucking walks out. Top left corner up there. What a legend that guy is. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if American flag mask on. I mean, this guy fucking.
This part might be the walk. Oh no, it's the same one.
Is he coming
Oh,
back?
it is. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
He comes
Why
all
do
the
some
fucking
people-
way back. Look at him.
Oh.
Wait.
Coming all the way back. He was gone. Somebody else is talking. I object, by the way. I object. And then fucking off. He did a pump fake, this guy, Smothers. I think he lives right there. So, something to think
You
about.
haven't seen him?
I have. So I've seen a couple, I try not to be weird and look in the neighbors' houses while I'm walking.
Seen some
Caught
hints,
like a scope?
hints
caught
and
like a-
clues.
Yeah, there was a
Reflection on
flash.
the
There was a little bit of a light flash, but he has a ghillie suit on 24/7, so it's hard to.
Yeah, that's the toughest part.
I almost wanted to tell him, hey, I think you wouldn't mind, I think you would like us. I think you would appreciate our story. Nonetheless, we don't know if it's him who is the one that cursed us or if it was because this was formerly Jesus' house, okay?
Maybe first live show, we give him a VIP package
To who?
to Mr. I Oppose.
I'd much rather do it
package.
to Jesus. If we can find
Yeah.
Jesus and get him back in our good graces. We think maybe it's because we turned this
Supposedly
church
he's coming
into the Superdome and had to do it.
Sorry.
We didn't want any stolen valor.
No.
They were going to
I have a
knock it
cousin
down.
named Jesus.
Had to cut the cross down off the top of the
It has to be it, right? That has to be it.
Yeah, that's why the whiskey thing was Detroit specific. I feel like we got to
Get
do
it back up
something
there.
that is, Thunderdome.
Well, you're not
Church.
allowed to get it back up. We're not a church.
Then plant a huge one in the yard. Then
We have one.
acreage.
There's actually another one here that I've not taken down because it's like
Oh,
I feel kind of bad. It's a garden thing.
Well, that's a graveyard. There's bodies there. They'd have to be exhumed.
Okay, so I thought it was a garden. He thinks it's a graveyard. I mean, that's the two different.
have you
views.
driven by the
But
church, the highway in Ohio with the giant Jesus? You can continue.
That's Ohio. That was a great like glass half full, glass half empty.
Yeah.
I see a garden. Nick sees a graveyard. That's like that is like perfect for.
Two
Yeah.
sides of the coin.
That is legitimately perfect for me and Nick's relationship. That was awesome, Nick. I appreciate you doing
Nick,
that.
Do you think